Yo, milady, where are you? No, she's not there. Didn't she say come back here? Oh, did I skip her quest or something? Well, not that I skipped it. She said come back here and do me a favor, but where is she? Is she in her castle again? I mean, that this makes sense compared to the first time. What, have a meeting with the princess? Slow down, you assholes! Hi. I'm back. You told me to come here to speak to you? Are you here? Okay, you are, thankfully.
A lifetime. We walk.
I don't care.
I intended, but before to have viewed, Bulsar was still burning. The clash of blades.
There's lore why she rains, why it rains around.
To think.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, well, yeah, and? Yeah? I'm sorry, my reward was just some lore. No way, you have to be joking. That's my reward, some lore? Who the fuck care? You can tell the developers didn't understand how, I'm not gonna say how to make a game, but you can tell. I literally went back to do a quest for her to finish her up, and my reward was more lore. That lady just gave me lore and she had lore while it was raining around her. Why? I don't understand why. Okay, whatever, man.
Oh, hello.
Take the egg and shut up.
My. Wait. But this is a little one. So the city has been found. But for you to remove such a seedling. Go on, my friend. Do not spare me.
How do you not know your own country fell to the blight?
I'm just a shopkeeper. So why do you?
I don't know, apparently you guys are the Krogan from, you know, Mass Effect. You guys were overrunning the entire world and then things happened, so... I mean, also I'm not investing in the world because, you know, in Mass Effect you had Rex, right? You could relate to him. Like, you build the characters, so I could, like, attach myself to them, plus they're part of your team. In this game, I'm like, what the fuck do I care?
I will try.
Okay, goodbye, idiot. New armor. A little bit too late. When you deal damage with a weapon, attack increases damage by dealt. When you deal damage with a weapon attack... apostrophe is not even once. When you deal damage with a weapon, attack increases your damage dealt by 5% English, stacking up to 5 times. Lose 2 stacks when you take damage, can gain only 1 stack per second. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, I understand what they're saying, but honestly, no, just no. Also, that's why I got an armor. Oh, right, there's something that I need to find in there. Most likely the reward is gonna be another piece of armor that... You see, if it takes me such high investment to upgrade my armor and stuff, I don't want to do quests. There's no reason to it. Speak with 2P in the Nexus. Thankfully, I remember where the Nexus is now. By the way, I want to point out something else. A little thing, a little detail, just so people understand. This game doesn't repeat... I'm gonna show this right now. If I go over here inside, what do you call it? The Temple of Judas. If I go inside the church, which leads to a Nexus, by the way, notice how the title card doesn't pop up again. So it's not reinforcing an area's name to the player, because this area only popped out once, and that's it. You know? Why is that thing over there? I have no idea. See, they're gonna bait me with some alcohol. I know that Souls-like games don't do this, they don't put out the name of the place, but when you have a questing system like this, that don't have waypoints, you know, it's not a natural progression, there's backtracking and everything. It's basically an ARPG game trying to be Skyrim questing, but also trying to implement Morrowind questing, but it's not there for either. It's simply not there.
Such unnecessary devastation. The corruption has emboldened, dug its vile roots into the very depths of Talimhel itself.
Yeah.
The way to the pillar is open. We must wake the brilliant ancients, those your kind has slandered as the forsaken gods. At the peak of the Pillar of Entropy is a chamber of resonance. Speak quickly.
Okay, fine.
I have no doubt, Cleansing Knight.
Go and clean your mom instead.
I've endured the battlefield for so long, hoping Andalax's head would soon decorate my mantle. But maybe I should redirect my focus to finding one closer to home.
Now, Wilgrim, we should not stain such pleasant conversation with threats. As a man of such endurance, pray tell me of the front. Are the rumors true?
Titanic figure. You're the same!
That is the fresh-born fire of the smoldering range. The Faerûm have disturbed its slumber, and now they direct its flow.
Rather diminutive, isn't it? Like the flicker of a candle.
I assure you, it will not remain a flicker for long.
Yes. Well, Mentes, my friend. It appears you must hasten your plans.
Oh!
Aura will not serve your purpose.
You promised a god at our fingertips, and yet Bulsar bleeds for your hesitation.
This is not some blade for you to brandish. My actions trample upon divinity, challenge their natural laws. I've started again. Refine the process with Marveth. There is but a final step.
Did I just get his armor?
Do you see, Knight? That spirit to which you've aligned yourself. Aura is born of corruption. She is a limb of the same body which plagues Talamel. We must be prepared for the darkness which waits for us within the Pillar of Entropy. Yes, I am afraid so, Knight. But now you strive to undo their mistake.
Cool.
Once we travel to the Pillar of Entropy, there will be no return.
Okay. Why? Why? Why do you need to lock off the player from, like, coming back? I mean, what about my upgrades? If I want to change something and upgrade something. You know, maybe the area is a little bit too difficult, I want to get more HP. Or maybe I want to upgrade my weapon instead. Do you really need to lock off areas like that?
We've a final notion to discuss.
Yes, Daddy, Mentat. I'll never understand games that do that. There's no reason to. I especially hate old RPG games where they'll do this thing, you know, they'll lock the player into the final area and then they open up the ability to, like, travel backwards, like backtrack until the very end.
So, the Sage would have you contend with what humanity has wrought. Even constrained, Marveth seeks equanimity. Divinity will make his acquaintance anon, and the dissolution will begin. War does not grant men power, merely the illusion of it. My mistake was ever indulging it. The path to influence is onefold. It is only through creation that supremacy is found. Alchemical existence born through a lifetime of study, through personal sacrifice to the dawn of creation. At first, I thought it a fluke, the strength in you. But I realized I was misplaced after Aura's return here. For millennia, I've observed how...
I'm the chosen one, she loves me.
You are the confirmation that Aura's corruption is diminishing. I believe that with only a few centuries more, Aura will become what I envisioned for the Drojoy from the beginning. Marveth's corruption was bolstered to make him viable to the goals of war. Often the most important questions lack definite answers. But regardless of reason, Aura must know of this occurrence. She is perched upon a precipice, and she wallows within the bones of a long-fallen settlement.
Just say the place of the name, why didn't you say it? Southeast of the Pillar of Entropy.
Find her. She must endure.
Okay. Southeast? Of the pillar? What do you mean this is my teleport point? Oh my god, developers! The game design is so weak in this game, man. Oh, right, there's a shortcut here. I forgot, man. Oh, my balls ache. Never eat seaweed. Southeast. It has to be here, right? Southeast. Southeast. Unless the map is inverted, I don't know, you never know. Girl!
This is what you get, leaving the gilded cage. But it's better this way.
Yes.
People change like the tides, but their fear lingers on the shore.
Girls!
What do they close their windows to?
Linux?
What's left after they blow out the candle? No, you're lying. You're lying.
Tough voice actors, honestly. Also, why are girls so complicated? Just get over yourself! Yo, Aura, what's this? Your bathwater? A crude image drawn in vibrant colors. Depicting a bedridden child. Okay, what the fuck do I care about children, man? Get them out of my face is what I say. Oh my god, girls, so complicated, not even once, honestly. Aura! Woman! Where are you? My elven eyes don't see anything. Woman's, I swear. Aura! Oh, she's there next to a fountain. What are you doing next to a fountain?
It's always been about more than dipping your toes in, hasn't
Developers, we got it. You like women spitting and having their toes on you. Multi-tiered fountain composed of chromatic stones, copper, wine mess fountains layered with flaking dregs and sediment to get not held liquid for some time. Are you stupid? Why am I describing the fountain? Okay, girl, we got it. You're aura maxing.
You know, don't you? In spite of yourself, what festers inside.
What is this anti-Sigma grindset mentality, you betas?
No, I thought it would be different. I thought it would work. You knew, yet you carried it like a dagger. Maveth cannot be saved. He cannot be purified. Nor can you. Please, please stop. But how good it feels to hold the whip, the torch. The flames are bright and... No, no.
What, you don't like using whips?
For them it burned for nothing. For them they fell for nothing. But you found pleasure in the flames, in their suffering. You know, don't you? In spite of yourself. To be destructive. To be cruel. That's not true! I was trying to help! I'm still trying! It's not my fault! I'm not him!
Yeah, believe in yourself. You just gush on your friends?
Enter and find her if you can.
In which way?
After all she's done, after what's been lost, will you grant pardon or cut the thread? Regardless, there is always a cost.
I'm going to find her.
Is this your will?
Yeah.
So be it. Make your attempt at...
Okay, we got it! Oh my god, let's go! Let's find a woman somewhere. Where is she? Aura! Aura! I'm mewing! Please, woman, get out of here!
You're only a stranger. You don't even know her. What makes you think you'll find her? That she wants to be found.
I can't hear you! It's too loud in here!
She wants to fade between the waves.
Okay, and what can I do about it? Aura! Aura! Aura, I'm losing my gains here, girl! Typical girl stealing my gains.
A shame, but there is always a cost.
Ina! So are you over yourself?
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you should go home, if there's even a Star Spire to return to.
We lost everybody.
I never wanted anyone to get hurt, regardless of what those things said. I promise you. But it doesn't matter anymore anyway. What does it matter? What is there for me to lose?
She goes silent. Yeah, I think we can see that, developers.
Maybe Maveth's right. Maybe there is peace in it.
No, Aura, your corruption is reducing. Mentats believe our connection is proof.
How could he even know? How can you say that after all that's happened
I
here?
literally don't know what happened. Just stick your foot in my mouth.
Don't. Please, just leave it. Leave me alone. It doesn't matter. Look around you, Knight. Does this look like perfection to you?
For some Sims.
I'm not his legacy. I'm not a Drojoy. I don't know what I am. I keep searching for something
Shut up!
to
Lawrence
hold
asked you to
on
say
but
thank
every
you.
time- Me? Why? Why are you telling me this now? Starspire would be
Your
fine
actions
if I
define
hadn't been
you!
involved. I don't know. I don't know if I believe
Shut
you.
the fuck up and come!
But I owe you this, at least. It concerns Starspire.
What?
Now go, please. I need to think.
Okay. Girl. Yeah, what's this?
Aura, you did not deceive me. The presence of a remnant is like a stream among the sands.
Gosh. Dude, this lore, man, we caught it.
You may call me Saldum,
Oh!
but I assume we've already met. A puppet has aided you. A tool which Tupi wields upon the unsuspecting. This pylon is all that remains of my mind. It is an example of what Tupi is capable of should you disobey him.
Oh!
Long have I waited for his influence to decline enough so that I may reach out. Then the hour is late indeed. Tupi likely told you how your order worked with him to seal away the corruption. Sealing the corruption within the pillar was not chosen out of failure. It was out of necessity. Tupi does not deceive you fully. To purge this world of its corruption, the only avenue is through the Forsaken Gods. But Farum, Hashara, humanity...
Yeah,
alike,
okay, it needs to reset the world. We
all
got it.
must be purged
Formatted.
from war. This was a truth we learned too late. In secret from the sage, I created the bounds which sealed the corruption within the pillar. You are a remnant knight, and the terms of our union still reside as such. I believe that should you give of yourself, of your essence, the binds around the corruption may be restored, and the sigils may again be scattered.
Yeah, okay.
But you may also lean on your allies.
Half of them are dead.
That is a withering fragment of the Pillar of Entropy. In response to Aura's presence here, what was once flaking ash became like hardened steel.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, yeah, we got it, man. I mean, the wiki literally spoiled all this, so you know I don't care. Yeah, Aura. Girl, are you maxing? She's rubbing something. Are you mewing?
If Lawrence chose to remember me like you said, and if you could come back for me despite everything I've done, if Menta spoke to you of Drojoy, then he must also have spoken to you of Maveth. He's wrong about him. Maveth's actions, no matter how vile, I know. I underestimated his nature. I denied my own. But Maveth doesn't have to be destroyed. Please.
Yeah, okay, we got it. Let's go! Dude. I calculated like half of the gameplay in a video was just text. I died less times to a boss in this game than the amount of dialogue there is. Just let that sink in for a minute. If the boat was sinking, it was taking out too much water. And now I travel all the way back here. Don't worry, there's some lore as to why that lady had this armor set, but who the fuck knows? You know, knows? No, I don't know. Do you know? We don't know. How many people know the know if we knew the knew, if then the know was knowing and then we're mewing? Raising in my U with the swag of YOLO. Happy birthday to... Developers, I swear. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Please stop talking! I swear she starts talking, man. Yo, girl. Aura, don't make me rizzle over you. Yo, girl. Yo, do I Betamax or what? Are you making daddy wait? Where is she? Typical girls, they'll betray the first chance they get. Is she stuck? What's going on? Where is she? What are these camera angles? Like, did Ebola come in today? Hold on, let me check my phone. No, I don't have a meeting with Ebola, so what happened? Where is she? Oh my god, girls are so complicated. She just disappeared. Where is she? Aura! Bitch, she better not be mewing without me. Those who mew together, stay together. That moment when mom and dad mew.
It's almost like a story with a childhood, and it hurts. I didn't. Are you ever afraid, Knight? Sometimes.
Are you afraid that this game is gonna end? Yes, I'm very afraid this game is gonna end. You're so right, man. Every day I cry in my dreams this game doesn't end right now. Also, developers, I appreciate very, very much the subtle voices in the background. That sounds like there's somebody next to me. I appreciate that a lot. It's not like it's annoying or anything. You know, I wish game developers understood one thing. Unless you're making a horror game and really trying to be spooky. Oh. Really trying to be spooky with the audio. This is especially something with like TV shows. They do that I hate. The realistic sound effect that feels like it's coming from the background in real life. Can you guys stop doing that? Like, it's so annoying. What happens if somebody has stress? Oh hey, it's you.
A ship which continues to search for storms will soon find themselves drowned, Knight. I fear your kind are in no position to lecture about costs. Snapping the branches which bear them fruit, torching fields and forests until the rivers are choked with ash. You felt that corruptive presence within the dunes of creation. The disease was not contained. It seeps into the roots and will soon have its hands around the very throats of the ancients. How many times life has crept up from the recesses of the world? How many times it has put out leaves and flowered? If the root is protected, the tree will thrive again.
However you feel about the corruption, it's as much a part of Talamel as you are.
And what a vanguard of life you are. Your very presence turns the blossom into sand. Knight, I know seldom has told you of your ability to rejuvenate the vines. It did not hold the corruption then, and it will not hold it now. The brilliant ancients must be summoned. The corruption must be excised before the source itself is tainted.
Knight, if Lawrence could see the good in this world, if he could see goodness in me, then it must be out there. It must be worth saving. Maveth's bonds may be beyond repair, but if we trust each other, I think we can find a way to do this. I think we can still save Starspire.
Honestly, it doesn't matter what I choose. We know, like, I don't know why this is side content, this one, or should I say secret ending, so I'm gonna go with this.
A troubling decision indeed.
Wait, you don't have beautiful feet like that? Imagine I say that right to his face. He grows a big giant toe. And then he's like, look at my dark souls.
I had hoped to conserve my energy for the ritual, but it seems the corruption must even be rooted out from you, Knight.
What are you gonna turn into? Oh, so cool.
A single soldier before an army, a stone against the raging current. Your life is but the blink of an eye to us. The rise and fall of your civilizations are the inhalation and exhalation of breath.
Okay. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Off-screen lasers that you can't see with no sound effect, no hints, no area of effect, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know nothing? It was nothing. It was nothing time. We came in nothing all over the place. Hey Aura, we alright? Okay, let's go inside this tiny orb again. Let's see if ancient deities can survive a poison bleed build. And that's the first thing you do, huh? You son of a bitch. Are you gonna laser me? Am I at the edge of the galaxy? What is this, Gurren? Gurren Lagann, baby! Dude, which skill is doing what? I guess technically they're all the same. I just so desperately need a lock-on, man! The controls are so sticky! Like, Code Vein has actually better controls than this. Even, like, imagine this. Code Vein, stiff controls, some people say they have stiff controls, I agree, but this is like 2 times worse than that. And it doesn't have a lock-on to help you fix the problem, like, you know, doing that camera reset at the very least to reposition yourself. I'm limited to the dragging of my camera. I have no idea what you did. Okay, see the meteors of God. Yep, depth perception, definitely. Developers, we need to talk about this. You guys are relying too much on too many skills from the bosses that have the depth perception problem. Also, a skill-based game cannot have the boss have different attack based upon the range of the screen. I'm on a white screen. Okay? We got this. There's a reason those kind of games, you know, the widescreen, like ARPG games always have this problem with the widescreens, you know, because the developers don't know how to balance it. Like, depending on the... Depending on the screen thingy. Okay. Alright. I have no idea what the black holes are doing. What? Another attack that makes you float? Are we joking my balls off out of their sockets, man? Okay, quick question. Is there a way to remove... Okay, their damage numbers remove, okay. Sorry, my bad, that's my fault. I should have done that from the start so I can actually focus on the boss instead of the numbers distracting me. Why they don't simply show the numbers up there on the life bar instead, like most other games do normally, and I have to see it on top of them, is beyond me. I mean, I need to see the action happening so I know what I need to do. I think very likely... That hit me?
I am the architect of your fate.
Are you? Our fate kind of sucks. You could have done a better job, man. How about some cheap graphic cards, huh? No, he's gonna blow up his... What? Wait, I'm sorry. I think I'm supposed to take force damage over there. Dude, I can't see his attacks. I literally cannot see them. By the way, I just realized something. How do I know if I'm triggering, not triggering, but how do I know the stacks that I'm doing? I need to see the damage. This is so bad. They didn't even think about the UI. Because I need to know what my damage stacks are doing. Dude, that is so uncouth of you, man.
The cycle must be restored.
Oh my god! And then I take force damage! Oh my god, I was right! I'm supposed to take damage there? Dude, you can't expect a perfect boss fight here. What's with the orb? Somebody need to ponder at the same time. Developers, I can't see where he is! This is what I mean! ARPG developers always have a hard time balancing certain attacks from bosses because, you know, nowadays we have widescreen, it's not square like back in the day, which at least could take into account the distance from the player. Like, I totally understand that, but oh my god, you guys didn't account for the screen? Especially with attacks like that? And I'm supposed to take force damage? So I'm supposed to equip the feather! But oh my god, you guys are like beyond stupid, man. Are those hits? They look like hits, honestly. Don't ponder your orbs too hard, man. You have way too many orbs on you, in my opinion. What? But why do I take damage over there? Why am I forced to take damage? I don't understand. I don't understand that part. Why is the player... Oh my god, this... Now there's 3 of them? Okay, what you gonna off-screen me with? Remember, this is with 10% movement speed. I have 10% extra movement speed. And I'm forced to take damage. Can I teleport away from here? I can teleport. What do you mean I'm locked in? I can't teleport out. This is the final area. Prepare before you do anything, but I can teleport. You can tell this game is unfinished and people are not talking to each other. The boss designer didn't talk to the gameplay designer and didn't talk to the balance designer. You can tell. Because there's an attack, I'm supposed to take the feather thing so I don't take damage.
I know that words do little right now. Early before the fact it was there. I find comfort.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, honestly, with your comfort taking. Okay. I don't need this. The feather dust fall. The bear will no longer receive damage from falling. You guys are honestly incredible. You guys are beyond incredible. Which is fine. What is not fine... What is not fine is me having to change a talisman. So I like how I say talisman. That pisses off so many people. It's like when I say Wi-Fi. The talisman. When you get the talisman, the mans are talising. Talisman. The talis boys. The talis girls. The talis womans. The talisman. The talisman. The talisman. Oh my god, it's gonna be so hard to not hear it now. That's an anti-manlet motto. The talisman. He is generating a black hole. Don't leave my holes alone. Where is he? You son of a bitch. Well, your architecture sucks, man. It's very brutalist, honestly. Where's my special attack, man? Asking for a friend that's really sensitive to this kind of stuff, you know? His name is me.
You are as the spot. The cycle must be restored.
Oh yeah, restore this. All skill, baby, all skill. By equipping one single item. Bitch, please. You don't slap me, okay? Do I look like your dad's dick, man? Haha! No, you bitch! You bitch! You son of a bitch! Haha, you orbed yourself! Can you stop dropping your orbs behind you? I know some guys like to ponder their orbs too. The pain! Are you gonna do the thing? All skill, baby. I missed my plunging attack, you son of a bitch, man! Are you sure you guys were titans or something?
2P, is he...
Well, to pee or not to pee, he peed his last pee. What can we say? The peas are very lies. Ah! There's no going back now. Can we really stop the Maveth?
There was a time, just a brief moment, when Maveth was like me. He shared my interest in Talamel. My interest in humanity even. But then Mentes changed him. Made Maveth into this thing.
You can call guys things. Did I fight an extra boss for no reason? Dude, life is short. I shouldn't be fighting random bosses for no reason. Okay, so maybe now you mean you can teleport out? I don't understand why games do this. Why don't you let the player do whatever they want? Remember, the developers definitely quality control this game. They can't get stuck on stuff. There's a lot of walking developers, just saying. Ah, another teleport point. Developers, you spoil me like this, you sons of bitches. By the way, you got anything? No, I didn't. Cool. That was a control, but not any quality. By control, you mean the control key on the keyboard, right?
You tread a path of placed stones.
I don't care!
Mavis, I know the real you is in there.
Good!
Even here, you dismiss and deny, still clinging to their structures, to their shapes and stories. Nothing has been imposed. You see it, don't you? The emptiness swirling inside. It is the path to overcoming. The path to true freedom.
You better not betray me, okay? Also, this looks like an upgrade on you.
I see it.
What, goth?
No, please, don't do this! Knight, quickly! The binds, you must stop him!
Why do you sound very calm? Also understood, see? So what binds? Oh, these, the crystals? Like the first boss fight in the game, developer. I didn't do anything. I literally didn't do anything, I just started! I always come first. You shall come last. What? How are you not hitting me? Oh, there. Sorry for asking, I guess I shouldn't have asked the question. You son of a bitch, stop teleporting! Developer, was this your solution to gameplay? Have everybody teleport on my ass? Oh no, I'm binded! What does it, Tom? Yo, son of a bitch, you son of a bitch. Auntie Nyan Nyan, please! You know, like one of those leashes parents have on their kids? That then you... There's a... Why is there a white icon? Why is there a white icon over there? Bat tentacle! Dude, I've seen this movie enough times to know where this is going. The tentacles! I'm surrounded by every... Homie, does it look like a... Do the tentacles mean anything? Don't wait, this is gonna be a 5-hour video lore. I forgot in which direction do I go. Oh, like this. Developers, I don't know what you're hiding, honestly, with the graphics. Were you guys afraid your parents might see the graphics and be disappointed in you? Trust me, I am. These rocks are honestly way too tanky. Okay, it does hit. I was honestly very confused how he wasn't hitting me over there at any point. I guess I was just good at the game. Entered the zone! I was zoned in, I was locked in! And then I raised his Mew. Can this rock just fuck off, man? Hold on, let me Mew. You son of a bitch! I hope your parents are so disappointed in you that they remove your name out of their legacy! And they try to have a baby not to save their marriage, but because they want something better than you! I have no idea what these do, man. Bad tentacle, bad. What are the tentacles doing? Are they healing you? Yo, Mewer. Yo, don't be such a Sigma now. Not an alpha like me, are you? Dude! Enough with the multi-hits that don't look like hits! He grind set at me. He set his grind down. Man, your Riz is so low, bro. Call me daddy number 1, huh? Yo, daddy number 2, what you doing? What martial arts did you learn here, man? Capoeira nothing? Yo, Capoeira Jones, what you doing? He binded me! You son of a bitch! I'm not Sigma enough. You gotta use your epic Sigma Riz to keep aura maxing. Lol, Ruffle. See, all skill, baby, all skill! I drop in the water of life! Yo, bro. Yo, bro, easy on the tortillas that you're shooting at me! Graphics. What the fuck is going on? Yo! Hey, whoa! Developers, I know you don't have a budget, but still. Huh? My budgets! I'm budgeting! Why do you do multi-stacked? I'm gonna shit down your face honestly one of these days. Don't tell me another explosive attack, man. I did it out of reflex, honestly, because I know he teleports and does some bullshit. I think it's healing. Dude. No, I fucked up! Yeah, easy, Star Wars, easy! Dude, I literally don't see his attacks. I literally don't see them. They're the same color as the ground. Who does that? Did every single developer that make RPG games take stupid pills because their mothers didn't have enough breast milk? He's throwing attack that doesn't... I have no idea why you shot over there. What are you doing? Is that the only damage I did? The milk was out of budget for the developers. They couldn't afford any milk other than the powdered one. Full of lead! It was full of lead, baby! You just sucked me in! Why do you keep on sucking me in the middle of all this? Can you stop sucking me? A guy can only get sucked twice! Bro, you riz, honestly. Yo, you beta! I can't live in a world full of betas, man! See, I died, that's the reason. It's very unfortunate I'm not brain-rotted enough to know how to make an entire sentence out of riz. Whatever, yada yada yada. Can I go in the liquids? No, they hurt me! Developer, there's like literally all this space in the game. I have no idea how you accomplished the impossible by like literally having the boss go over there. I have no idea why you're using the Fibonacci sequence on me, man, but okay. Is my damage that bad I can't kill these guys in time? These guys... You mean tentacles? Oh, of course, there we go! Yo, Rizzler! Fuck your Costco's, man. I don't have enough... I need enough Riz to make such brain-rotted text. Also, try modding the enemy. It will increase my aura maxing. Else he'll Phantom tax. By the way, I don't understand any of that. But I guess I have to include in my lexicon right now. Yo, Costco's. Let me Phantom tax you. I like to imagine somebody who lives and breathes the brain rot is like, that's not how you use it. Do you think right now TikTok is writing a letter against me to ban me from the internet? That attack connected before your ass connected to the floor, man. Man, I'm paying my Phantom tax with my life. Hey, is that... What are you shooting? Some spermatozoids? I'm sorry, he heals! Dude, this boss fight is so bad. Why can you leech life from the player? I don't understand. It's a boss fight. They shouldn't have that consent here. Yes, camera, yes. Yes, the one time the wall should go transparent. I don't even know what the point of the walls is, honestly. Oh, listen to the epic music. As I raise in my skippy dolls. Okay, I have no idea what the tentacles are doing, honestly, but it seems like the life leech, it just happens, like, randomly. We are inside the walls! How, you degenerate? How? Who put that liquids over there? My taxes! Are you gonna aura? Meant to live in a world full of betas, also known as these game developers! Hey! No! No! Yo! You tax evader! You're evading your Phantom tax! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, bitch, get mule raised in my skibbity schools! Dude, don't tell me there's a second phase. There's a second phase?! Okay, girl, you better betray him. Oh no!
This, all of it. This is an act. You haven't overcome anything, Maveth. You had nowhere else to look. You've torn a hole in yourself, Maveth. We both have. Searching for answers, for the reasons why we're condemned. I'll hold him here. I can bolster the binds, keep him from the ancients. Each makes the world beautiful. A pair of colors to complement each other, to make the painting more vibrant. Pleasure and pain, joy and sadness, separation and freedom. They exist with interlaced fingers. This is what I've been running from. But here, like this, there's meaning. I can give back to Talamel.
There is no escape. No future beyond ours.
Knight, the Sea of Magic is the same here. It's like the dunes of creation. I can teleport you out.
No!
But
Oh, I just do this. Well, once again, they're attacking me, not the binds of life. By the way, I still have no idea what that white icon is in the corner. The developers literally forgot to put an icon in the game! Icon! Oh, I don't have any heals. What? What?
I'm grateful to have met you, Knight. Please, tell everyone in Starspire that I'm sorry.
Was I meant to lose, or...? My eyes. Oh. What does it all mean? Oh! My ears, ow! Oh, the even developers couldn't get 60 frames in here with the cinematic. Wow! Goosebumps, chills! In my wrist! Oh, look at all the P's! To pee or not to pee. Oh, everybody's here, wow! So Mass Effect wishes it was as good as this. So this is like the good ending, or what? I don't understand. What? By the way, what did we accomplish? Yes, developer, thank you so much for the JPEGs on the right side of the screen that... okay. Oh, the weapons you could have. Oh, it's goosebumps, chills. Oh. Ah! Oh! I honestly don't understand what we accomplished. Chassou. Entertainment. I chassou, you chassou. All right, in French. Je chassou, vous chassou. Il a chassou, mon chasson, vous chassez. Le cachou. Edge Studio, Edge Studio. Where are you edging, Edge Studio? Ah! Well, when you aura max, you have to edge as well to mew it. Otherwise, your raise ends up being a Costco's that you don't swag enough in your YOLO, and it comes at a great cost of the Phantom tax. He finally edged enough to mog. Always. That was always my dream. To play a game that edges me enough that I just mog. In this economy, you can only edge and mog. Developed with what? Oh, Unreal Engine. Oh, good for you. That's why the performance is so terrible. Just to be clear, everybody in the studio hated the artists, right? They're like, you see this 3D model? Fuck them. We're gonna make sure the game is as janky as possible so nobody appreciates the artwork, because fuck them. Now that you decided to have the fate of Tamel, we invite you to begin new in hard mode. It will be challenging. You'll be able to restart to hard mode at any time using the new item. You'll be able to restart. What do you mean there's a bell? The Serpent Spell, used to restart hard mode to the current equipment. So I go kill a bunch of enemies and then somewhere along the lines I reset. What is this, Dragon's Dogma? Okay, G to the G. Thank you, Sands of Aura, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was a game. It was definitely one of them. There are many like it, but this is one of them. How big was the game? It was 20 gigabytes? I'm gonna get assumed for all the voice acting, right? Oh, movies. Oh, you can play all the movies in the game? Wow, so cool, man. How is this game 20 gigabytes? I don't understand. Okay, how much are the movies? The movies are about 2 gigabytes in total? But like... Hashara. Oh, this. Oh! Is this AI art or it's actual art? I don't know. Why do you guys take away your 2D art and put in janky 3D? I have no idea. God protect us. To P or not to P final ending? See, I can see the other ending. I don't need to play the game. Jokes on you developers. Lol about Ruffle. So what is this little thing's ending? All 60 frames. Oh! They could render these scenes in the game. Could they? Let's be honest here. Could they? You're giving them too much credit. Oh no! Oh no! The world reset! Yeah. Oh. Oh. But you said you need to destroy the world to reset it. What do you do? What do you do? I'm sorry, do you guys try to reference Mass Effect? You guys are unbelievable, honestly. Good for you. Not a single creative bone in your bodies, ironically enough. Okay, anyways, I guess I'm gonna look at the assets. What is it called? It's Unreal Engine 4? So wait, you didn't have any ray tracing? Then what was the performance? Dude, but I don't understand. It's Unreal 4.27. It's not 5. You don't have any. These are original, right? That's a very high poly headman for an RPG game that you're not gonna see. But okay. Atanel? Who's Atanel? Oh, right, you. Her halo is just that. Our boss. Oh, when she bossed, she came and bossed all over the place. It was bossing time. Caesar. Crack boss. Oh, you at the start? I mean, to the rest of the team. Do you guys really need to waste these people's time who made the artwork for the game? I don't understand. Crack Hunter. Oh, you're that kind of enemy, except you weren't because... Nice ass. Yeah, this is all ZBrushed, baby, I can tell. Tune of Creation. Severed Spirit. Oh, that's what the dragons are called. The dragons with the chin! The big chins, they're carrying the flame on their chins! Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim. Wandering Shade, Elder God. Was I supposed to see at this point? Baby, I can't English. Was I supposed to see this at any point? Ferrum? Oh, the Ferrum enemies? Where's the ass monster? Sorry, grass monster. Oh, you, the squab, the great squabber. Spitter worm, I barely met her worm. Okay, Hashara, Obami, mommy. Where's Obami, mommy? No, Obami's dead. Oh no. I mean, considering the way I have to focus on the game, I honestly couldn't even pay attention to the design of the enemies. I just love that. Sands of Ocean. Sand Ocean. It's just a particle effect, man. That's it. Okay, anyways. Nothing to see with the assets, I guess. That's about it. Sands of Aura. An open-world action-adventure in the fantasy setting of a realm meets Twilight, a world buried beneath the Sea of Sands. Across the Sand Sea to return to life-dying to world in forgettable experience that you call power-engaging story and non-realistic souls-like combat. Okay, mostly positive at 500 reviews. Average is 73. Yada yada yada. By Indio, the publisher, and Cashew Entertainment. I guess developers like Cashew. How expensive was the game? The game was 32 Canadian dollars. But hey, apparently at least they're putting discounts already at 60%, so it's something. In that case, I can't really complain about that too much when it's like deep discounted at the very least. It's compared to Path of Exile and Dark Souls. Good to see that. The soundtrack is about 7 Canadian dollars by itself. I guess the game's update was about a year ago. Now, recommendations. The developers are recommending a 1060, the one I have, for the game. I'm gonna assume at least medium graphics at 60, at 1080, something like that, you know, the average. And I can tell this, no, just no. This is not enough. Also, I think my processor is better than this. No, just no. This list here, no, just no, it's not. This doesn't run the game, honestly, even on medium. I did set the game on medium stuff, like it was barely running in some places. Anyways, product refunded after 0.3 hours. If this game had the minimum, I'd play the shit out of it. It's gorgeous, the controls are great, I basically like everything about it, but I mostly hope the direction is changed. I cannot play a game that doesn't have a map, unfortunate. I agree with some others, the map exploration issue is a huge problem, and no minimap today is much action RPGs out there, yada yada yada. Okay, I'm gonna read the bad reviews to see if they'll jolt my mind. By the way, I don't like the developers are so sensitive. You can tell this is the developers. With a dead game like this that is not active, this is clearly the developers putting the jester icon on a person. Please grow up. Got it there cheap in a bundle and tried on Steam Deck. This looks very basic and not fun. I can't recommend it to anyone. The controls of Steam Deck work well, so no issues there. So this person complimented the game for the controls at least working on the Steam Deck. But it looks very basic and not fun. Whatever, and Jester, I guess because of the thing, but okay, whatever. What really gets me is this game came out in 2023. It was in early access for a while, I think. I can't insult it too much, but it's like, you know, it's like, but where the quality of life thing? They copied way too much Dark Souls 1, honestly, with some of the elements, and those didn't age well, so I don't want they copied the worst parts about something and not the good parts. Okay, man, the design feels very outdated already. The developer, again, one of the developers, you can tell either the publisher or the developers are doing this. Honestly, like, can kids stop making games and stealing their dad's credit card? Let's see. Was much enjoying the game until the final area, spoilers below. I encountered a severe bug during the Pillars of Entropy section. I defeated the first two bosses without much difficulty. With much difficulty, and was finally fighting the very final boss. I gave up for the night, and when I loaded back in again the next day, my progress had reset to before I entered the pillar. And I'd have to fight all those bosses again. I'm not prepared to do that, so the game will now never be completed. Such a shame, but that's unforgivable in a game like this. I don't know why they received the Jester. You can tell it's the developers, you know, no offense, you can tell, because it sounds like a bug that happened. Whether that bug is like a common occurrence or like a one-off, you know, the person giving the review. You can't disregard this. If you don't encounter this bug, you can just disregard it, you know, something like that, and this doesn't deserve the Jester. Let's see, what's over here? A telenovela. The game tries very hard to be Souls-like, but that's not the way you make it. Enemies have extended hitboxes, this is true. And they can hit you from a distance with a weapon shorter than you have. This is also true. The giant enemies at one point in the later levels, you could literally see their hitbox, like around them. But it wasn't hitting you at all, because like if you hit behind the wall, basically the wall would like, I think it was, what you call it, like vision based from the enemy. It had line of sight thing going on. That's how it worked. Their chase distance is huge. This is also very true. A lot of enemies near the end had a lot of chase for absolutely no reason, outside of the camera range even. I managed to get to a church dungeon. It really stopped being fun. Mechanics issue aside, like parries are random timing. So here's the thing. The parry is not random timing, but the parry doesn't seem to work on 90% of the attacks, every time I tried on something, I got the parry. And here's the thing, on one of the boss fights, I got the parry. But I got the parry, and apparently you need to increase your poise so the parry doesn't stun you. So, you can end up parrying attacks, perfect blocking attacks, and those attacks can end up stunning you. I have no idea why they tied the block, the parry, and the poise together. That makes it feel really, really bad because you have to time perfectly to parry or to block parry, and depending on the boss, it can end up stunning you. It's honestly too much to ask for the player to simply go to a boss and like learn how to fight the boss, you know, learn the parry timings, and you end up getting stunned. And then you need to travel all the way back like through a 5 to 10 second loading screen in order to change your talisman. And once you change it, you need to go through another 5 to 10 second loading screen. Assuming the boss is there in the level, otherwise you have another 5 to 10 second loading screen. Basically, think of it this way. You spend 1 minute changing a talisman, depending on how long it takes to equip it and run to the nun upstairs, in order to try again and see which attack the boss does. It's honestly too stupid. Why you can't simply change it on yourself, I have no idea. Iframes for 1 second is just a joke. Iframes for 1 second is totally fine, that's not a problem. Dark Souls has shorter iframes than this. The iframes are very generous, but certain attacks have lingering hitboxes that hit you through the iframes, and the grab attacks, like certain attacks are considered grab attacks, like the one that levitate you or the enemies that grab you, stuff like that. Those attacks, they will literally guarantee to hit you through your iframes. I can confirm that because when I was rolling, the enemies that grab you, they always grabbed you through your iframes. There's a boss to which you get to with 0 healing items because of all the enemies on the way to the boss that hit like a truck and chase you and ambush and have vertical range. Okay, I don't agree with this. You just need to run by them. This is the actual argument for the game or against the game. The game made too much of that choice where they put way too many enemies that don't reward the player. Remember, some enemies don't even drop XP or currency to the player, nor are they guaranteed to drop resources. And they're way too tanky. Unless you're cheesing the enemies like me, unless you're cheesing them, 90% of the builds, I can guarantee you, are not going to have a good time against these enemies. And you basically just need to run through them. That is your only solution. Because otherwise, you're just wasting your time. You're not even getting rewarded. It's just like Dark Souls 1. When you defeat a big, powerful knight that is a random mob, and it doesn't drop anything, nor does it have resources, you know, souls or whatever. This game does the same mistake. I don't know why people don't learn this. Overall, it seems like the devs looked at me Souls-like and thought, hey, if so they hit harder, but hit like a wet noodle, that's how you make Souls-like. Boys, no, even Dark Souls 2 is better than this one here. This is true. Sands of War is just a tedious slog through the unfair mobs. Again, I don't think it's unfair mob. It's just tedious. Everything feels tedious. Plus the graphics are tedious. It's always gray, brown, gray, brown. There's no alegria. There's nothing to spice up your eyes occasionally. Like, once you go to the forest area at the start of the game, for the next, like today's like the 6th or 7th day I'm playing this game. Like, basically, for 6 or 7 days, I've been watching the same brown, gray, brown, gray, brown, gray, brown, gray colors with the occasional purple. You know, that is not good, honestly. You need to add some variety. I know there's a red section at the start again, but remember, the green and the red areas were like in the first 1 or 2 days only. Like, they were in the same day that I saw those areas. After that, there was nothing. And the performance is terrible. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what the game is rendering. I have no idea what the game is rendering. I have literally no idea. This Bloodborne remake game that is 200 megabytes only, okay. You have this game, okay, Mirror's Edge, that was that type of game that really pushed forward that fake ray tracing look to it due to the art design, okay. We have Doom, 2016. We have Crysis 3, okay. How old is this game? I understand this was like a full studio and whatever, but I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, and we have Deus Ex. That goes for that, like, you know, it's like in between of everything that I just showed. At a certain point, your excuse cannot be we're an indie development team and we're using the Unreal Engine and we don't know what you're doing. Like, it's pretty clear they didn't know what they're doing. They had so many light sources stacked on top of each other. They had way too many things. I'm not gonna say they're high poly, but it was rendering too much at the same time. The physics explosion in some areas, I have no idea why they had to rely on physics. And it's pretty clear that the game had a problem with the way your character moves in relation to the physics as well, because I was getting stuck on some things, and I think if you drop it down to 30 frames, it might work better. Like, the thing is, they clearly don't know what they're doing with the game engine in the first place, and I don't know why they didn't simply simplify the entire thing. Or at the very least, bounce the game around the camera. I have no idea why. Die during tutorial, bug stuck at loading screen, close the game. The save starts back at loading screen forever, start a new game, same thing happened. Again, this is clearly the developer. The developer is saying, screw you, you're lying. Again, this could be a bug that happens, you don't know, so I don't know why the developers are not taking criticism. The camera view is very bad. This is true. Aside from that, everything else seems fun so far. Is it? Then why did you put no to it? F this game, ugly piece of shit, like a 5-year-old made it, ass, don't even spend $2 on it like I did. Instead go out and spend a couple bucks having your nipples shaved off with sandpaper. I don't know why, but last bosses are overtuned as shit in terms of damage they deal. The very final boss actually 3 hits you with 680 HP. Remember, okay, let's run the math here for a second. I play so much games nowadays that I have a very good feeling on what the game is trying to do. 680 damage, right? You know, let's divide by 3 here. So the boss is doing on average 226 damage. This means with 680 HP, this person is getting 3 shots. I don't think in my case I was getting 3 shots. I think in my case I was getting 2 shots. So yeah, I think they're right. I think it's this how much they're doing. But if we get all the armor possible in the game, which by the way is going to take forever, on average, I think the maximum you're going to get out of it is you mitigating about 30% of the damage. So you can end up having the boss do 158 damage instead, which sounds fine. Because of the limited armor space you have, which one is more efficient? Getting a buttload of HP, or getting armor to reduce the damage, which also overstacks? And I might be thinking, oh, why don't you simply get both forms of defenses, you know? I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a picture to this. Maximum leveling. The last bosses were simply dominated by tanking and spamming the usual combo. Where they? Where they, buddy boy? Where they? Maximum leveling? You literally went into red rank on everything. And you got red nodes on everything. Even you went for the damage over time build. Are you sure you should take the 10% here? Isn't the 50% better? The thing is you have a limited amount of space, so the 300% is the maximum. I guess you can see over here some of the damage numbers, but the thing is, first of all, critical damage is useless. Because the only way you can crit is going behind the enemies. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, what was I doing? Okay, right, this, 158. Okay, so the maximum HP you have is 1000. So you have this. The armor you have, the maximum you can reach is about 50%. Okay, I think the maximum was like 300 for each one. So, assuming you got the best armor, I mean, by the way, the armors don't have any value. They're like always like 3 increase, I think. Like, armors didn't change between them. But, assuming that's what's happening, unless you plan on spending like this person the rest of your life playing the game and maxing out everything in order to face tank the boss, apparently, that's what you can do. The boss is doing 226 damage, apparently. I did 30% because I have no idea, like, I don't know, if you want to farm, I guess you can get it all the way to 50, but let's say 226 divided by, 227. You can take about 10 hits to die, okay? 10 hits out of 1000 HP if you're going with armor. If you don't go with armor, right, okay, it's going to take about on average 10 hits to die, or basically 9. Divided by, what did I say, 227. It's going to take about 4 or, well, yeah, like 5 hits to die. Like, you'll notice something. Technically, HP is 60% more efficient, not 60% efficient, but technically, the investment you require out of it is one, you know, like, with armor, you take 9 hits. With this, with HP, if you just took HP, it's 5 hits. You know, it's like the investment value, that's what I'm talking about. If you just went with armor, and we cut down HP by half, But my point is that HP ends up being about, like, you know, one hit better in terms of equivalency investment versus the other thing. And you need to invest more than 6 slots in it. So I don't know how to feel about the entire idea that you have to, like, waste the equivalent of, I think, I don't remember the numbers, but I remember running it. You need at least 2 pieces to max out one stat. So you need 2 pieces here to max out health, and you need 2 pieces here to max out your other thing. Other than that, by the way, I checked the wiki also has no information about how armor penetration work, what the math is, or anything like that. Oh yeah, the bonfires. They only exist at the beginning of the level, and then near the end, they like also put them inside the level, but they're behind the loading screen in the first place, so I have no idea what that does. Because I have to ask my question, why does the game exist? You know, my question is, why does the game exist? It's a game, okay, it exists. I understand that, but why does it exist, and what was the end game for the developers themselves? Was it trying to tell an interesting story? It definitely didn't. Was it to show off the voice acting? Okay, they did, but the budget they spend on the voice acting is honestly useless. Them writing how a character like moves in text, I understand you guys are on a budget, but that is like useless? You know, the time you spent in me reading the character shifts their weight in their armor could be better spent in just them getting to the next voice line. The optional quest. By the time you get the resources and all that kind of stuff you can upgrade, it's way too late. It's way too late. It's way too late. I don't understand how you guys thought giving a talisman plus new gear that you're doing quests with near the end of the game was a good idea. I understand someone out there is going to be like, well, that's your fault. Why do you upgrade the armor and stuff like that? But the thing is, the game wants me to keep parity with it. Like, here's the thing. You need to upgrade your armor, okay? Whether you like it or not, you have to. You need to get the upgrades. Because the upgrades, you can't level up your character. The upgrades come from here. The upgrades come from the nodes on the armor. That is your leveling system. So, whether I like it or not, the first reliable armor I find, I'm gonna level it up whether you like it or not. Why do you guys still have quests near the end of the game where I can get armor that is white level? That shouldn't be a thing. The armor, especially the lady armor that I got, not the lady armor, what's called the king armor from the ladybug that I got near the end of the game. That armor should be at the very least like blue level. Blue level, maybe purple. At the very least, like rank 1 purple. Them being white level is not acceptable. Why do I need to spend time re-upgrading the armors, especially with the talisman? The talisman also takes like so much space, and I don't see any value in 90% of the armor sets that don't work on bosses. I mean, am I supposed to carry the armor with me and change it during a boss fight? I can just keep on going, honestly. The camera angle is atrocious. There is no minimap. I understand Souls-like games don't have a minimap, but this game is an ARPG mostly. It didn't have a minimap for some reason, I guess because the levels are actually small. The game is actually very short if you know what you're doing. You also have puzzles. The bosses are sometimes locked behind puzzles that are not obvious at all, like the entire, the one in the Farum Tax. The one in the Forge area. It had the arrow thing. Why? Why are you hiding a main boss behind a puzzle? The entire point of a Souls-like game is the bosses are the meat keys. They are the meat keys. You kill them and you progress. That's the entire point behind them. You guys took it even further back than Dark Souls. You turned it into a Metroidvania at one point. It honestly got ridiculous. Is this the maximum you can get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can get 10 of these. So you get one of these. It's gonna take half of them. And yeah, it seems like this person actually chose the best ones. I think maybe this is just a lantern thing they could get off, but yeah, yeah, everybody's gonna build the same way, pretty much. Oh yeah, this area with a quest that doesn't make any sense because they're trying to make a joke. I have no idea what that was about. Oh yeah, this entire thing. Again, like for example, this thing over here. This is useless. When you can apply the spells in different slots, which is fine. It's a nice idea, but here's the problem. Because you have a limited amount that you can use per run and you need to fill it up with the entire Spellblade mechanic thing, it makes it useless. Because you can draw enemies with your aggro from the temporal phase, this one with the dodge, with the time thing, except it's useless. Because it doesn't work on bosses. At least in my case, it didn't work for any of the bosses. The bosses ignored it. At the start, yeah, maybe the smaller bosses were fine in attacking my temporal phase. But then near the end, they were like, nope, we don't care, we're just gonna attack you. So you made one entire skill useless for no reason. The block temporal spacetime, again, the block, it's not worth it. I don't know why I need to do like 3 different builds just to make the block viable. I mean, maybe just give the player a shield instead, they'll have been a better solution. The entire thing about Chain Lightning, okay, whatever, this person went with this stuff, but 90% of it was useless, you know, 90% of it is useless. For example, enemies attacking 10% slower doesn't do anything for the player. It's better to do about like 100% damage with a weapon instead of anything else. Again, I can't really explain it because I'll need to like go back into the game and show the numbers and how they work, but nothing ever felt fun in the game. It felt like it was all busy work that required grinding. I never found a skill or an armor set where I got excited. It felt like, oh, great, I found something else, I just need to keep on playing until I get to the other boss fight, and that's it. I never felt like I became stronger. I never felt like the skills were interesting or anything like that. Again, you can tell this game was unfinished. You can tell this game was unfinished. The person who's giving people, you know, everybody's getting stray-shotted with a jester. You can tell the game is not finished. You can tell 100%. You have a door that you don't open. You have a citadel you can't go to. And then there's Agrabah that you can't go to. I know somebody out there is going to be like, oh, this is storytelling. It's supposed to show you like an old empire that got destroyed. And I'm like, that's fine. But why even make it optional that I can actually travel there and get stuck in the environment? Like, I got my bot stuck there. So why is that the thing? You know, like again, stuff like this. You can tell the game is unfinished, especially near the end. There were 3 steps, by the way, before the final boss fight. Or should I say the final section? The final section, the final like area level, like literally in the Nexus. You can tell they didn't finish the game because there were 3 sections where you go upstairs and your character gets stuck on the stairs. Because the developers forgot to check and make sure character... Like, I don't understand. Okay, whatever. I really enjoyed this game until I noticed I waste much more time searching for objectives to progress in the quest than actually playing the game. This is actually very true. I don't know why the objectives are so hidden. The quest line is so hidden. The quests don't even say where you need to go, and then they say where you need to go, but they don't tell you the right place to go. The descriptors are not there. And it seems like the same person actually got stuck in the same way. Good to hear that. Controls are not responsive. This is also true. For some reason, sometimes you perform an action and another action queues up and then it just causes a delay. In some cases, when I'm jumping, if I'm bunny hopping, suddenly I stop bunny hopping and there's like a 1-second delay on my next input. I have no idea why. I'm sorry, there are loot that you can't access to? There should be no loot you can't reach. There's only one chest that you can't get to as it's been blocked off. But we couldn't delete the chest because of an issue with the save system. What? That is so jank. I'm sorry, this is what I meant about the Metroidvania aspect of the game. There are certain areas you need to also get skills. It's not obvious at all because the game is way too janky. Dude, guys, this is jank. This is jank. I don't believe you're supposed to get to that place like that. Also, I think I know which chest the person is talking about. Even on tutorial map, you can jump down without chance to return, so you lose all gold. Also, bosses drop loot in huge air around on any surface. Okay. Target lock. There's no target feature. There's no lock on. We played with it a bit in the past and it didn't feel good to us. Dude, maybe next time don't make it so obvious that you guys actually made the camera a last minute decision to zoom it out because you couldn't fix the performance. It is so obvious. Honestly, it's so obvious because the stairs were not designed with that in mind. Also, the textures are way too high quality for a game like this at that distance. Criticals after parrying don't work. Is this true? And of course, somebody who simps for the game is like, hey, just get behind the enemy. But that's not the problem. The enemies keep on teleporting. They keep on moving. If you're not cheesing the enemy's moveset, you can't hit them on the back normally, like a normal person, like a normie. And apparently they removed it. So what is the point of parrying then? Okay, So let me get this straight. The block doesn't work, you need to invest 3 different resources into making the block work, and the parry doesn't work? Like, the parry's actual entire point of doing damage and stuff. Stab crits is fun. No, it isn't. Just get a dot build, hit the enemy 5 times, run around, and then come back in and hit them and run around, and that's it, honestly. I don't know why people are going crit builds. The crit builds are way too much investment, and by the way, just make it clear, several times I was behind the enemy hitting them, and I didn't get a crit. The crit is based upon your character's position, not the weapon. So already this person is lying. This is what I mean. It's an indie game made by indie developers that were too afraid to let the player have fun, to the point that they reduced random things. And I have no idea why. There's no reason to do any of this. If your first thought process is how hard we can make your game, please don't make a game, honestly. Steam every day, if I remember last time, the record was Steam gets on average about 50 games a day, okay? 50 games a day to 100. I'm just saying, if your first thought process for your game is how do I make it hard, okay? Remember, there's 99 other games that can take your place. Your first process should be how should I make my game challenging, not hard. If you want to make a challenging game, you make it a challenging game. You don't make it hard for the sake of making it hard, and you especially don't bother making a game if you don't have time, money, resource to actually finish it. Instead of finding a solution for the parry, they just removed it. You can tell it was an unfinished game, they were in a rush, I have no idea why, but okay. And all I see is just bugs. This game has just bugs. I want to see here for a second, man. Reduce Mavet's Earth Drain health lost per tentacle. Okay, he wasn't draining any health from me with his tentacles, so I don't know what the point of that is. You mean you removed it, you didn't reduce it. Normalize damage and charge duration across whole fighting style for charge attacks, so the charge can feel conceive powerful effects of proc charge. Well, the charge attacks are useless because they take 2 times the time of doing the 2 hits that you already do, so I have no idea what you guys did here. You also miscalculated the attack speed again. Enable sprint toggle functionality, update location of the storage. By the way, this is a bad idea because you guys put the wrong sprint in the game. You put the sprint where if you run and then you press the opposite direction, your character does a stagger, like in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I don't know why you guys chose that method. Increase size of text. Disable camera shakes. Again, that's not a problem. You guys simply have the numbers pop in front of the player and distract them, and I can't see their attack.